to HM and Big E. Today we are talking about one movie and two things. We're talking about two things. This title is called Beef with Mario. We're going to talk about Beef, the limited series on Netflix starring Steve Yeun and Ali Wong. And, I mean, Mario, starring Chris Pratt, making all the money in the world. They're not related. So it's just two separate reviews. I'll have timestamps, and you can click. If you skip one, you can watch the other. Let's start with Mario. This is the largest animated box office opening of all time now.
Beat Frozen 2.
It beat Frozen 2, which beat Frozen 1, I think, before.
What does that tell you?
There's a big audience for Mario, and I can't believe that they haven't explored movies before. I mean, well, they have, I guess. And maybe that's why.
You're right, though. I'm surprised that the Nintendo franchise has not launched its own cinematic universe. Because the fans, they have their own land, for heaven's sakes, right? Yeah. So the intellectual property is extremely strong and loyal. The fan base is very loyal.
For sure. You haven't seen the movie.
I have not. No.
We're going to spoil it a bit.
That's fine.
Really, it's not... this is not something that can be spoiled. What did you think, Rob, of Super Mario Brothers the movie?
Well, here's the thing. So I watched it with my family. It's definitely a family movie, so you should, bring your kids. And my son did not like Mario. And the reason why he didn't like Mario was because when he played Mario Kart, he kept losing. Oh. So in the end, he built up this, I don't like Mario because I keep losing. I can't win. So he was already unhappy going in. But after the movie, he's like, Dad, I really like Mario. When can we get a Nintendo Switch? Which, if you really think about the marketing that Nintendo's doing, wow, they're just selling merchandise like crazy.
But that's what I mean in terms of it's such a big franchise. It's such a wasted opportunity that they haven't kind of gone this multimedia, multi-branch approach to kind of cross-promote their own stuff, right?
Yeah. But overall, yes, very enjoyable movie, and it just makes it more fun when the kids are having a great time.
Yeah, I watched it with my family too. The kids and we all had a great time. Very enjoyable. All the references to the different games, really old school stuff, like the pizzeria where he's the
Punch
first
Out.
there. It's called the Punch Out Pizzeria. Yeah. And then the guy, the voice actor that voices Mario in the games, was there and talking to him, and he's Jumpman. Jumpman is the original name of Mario. Mm-hmm. Yeah. There was a restaurant for Duck Hunt, and so it's just all these references, Kid Icarus, and all these references to old Nintendo properties and different, like Mario Kart, obviously, and different things are great. My problem with the movie is that ultimately it's empty calories. It's a really, really fun, enjoyable movie, but if you look at the movie from any sort of critical lens of character, character arcs, storytelling, stakes. No, none of it is there. It's all really, really poorly written as a movie, but it was very enjoyable.
Insert kids booing now. Mean old man.
I definitely do kind of agree with some of your points. I mean, I think a good movie that you can contrast that to is the Lego Movie, right? Where
the first one.
The first one. And the second one, maybe to a degree, because the writing was very smart.
Yes.
How they were able to connect everything and
again,
sell toys to kids.
Yes.
But no, for me, not only were the visuals and all the references great, I think the music hit all the right notes. Like, to me, the one that really hit was when they went down into sewers. Mm-hmm. And you heard that theme.
Yeah. No, but so I agree with you so much on the music. One of the criticisms I heard was then, why have licensed music when you have so much Mario stuff? Why have Waiting on a Hero, and what was the other? And anyway, they
Peaches.
Well, no, Peaches was a song that kind of they made for the movie.
Oh yeah. You're talking about
they licensed real music. Oh yeah. When you have your own universe.
Mario was doing some training and
40 years of, and then there was another one. Wasn't that it was the one that they did the No Train to Brooklyn or something? Anyway, it was just weird, but yes, the music was very good.
How's the voice characters? Because remember, that was a big controversy having Chris Pratt play Mario.
Yes, and the line in the trailer where he says, "It's the Mushroom Kingdom, here we go." And he doesn't actually say that in the movie.
Oh, okay.
And it's actually hand waved, so the whole movie, Mario sounds like Chris Pratt.
Right.
And he
doesn't bother doing an Italian accent.
He does.
Oh.
he does do the Mario voice for a commercial that he does, and they kind of poke fun that he has to make that voice. It's just for a commercial.
Does anybody else have an Italian accent?
No.
Does Bowser have an Italian accent?
Jack Black was clearly the one that was having the most fun.
Yeah.
As per his usual personality, but he was probably the most, fun, interesting character. That had
Mario has a secret sauce, which is kids love Mario. They've done a good job of keeping the property strong for 30 years. Because remember when the first Nintendo came out, we all bought Nintendo and we had Mario. That was the first game. And now we're watching the movie. So it appeals to both the parents and the children, which is the biggest money-winning combo.
Yeah. And so, there's a lot of formula for success. Hopefully, they'll take from this that they can maybe start to be a bit more experimental, tell more interesting stories and that kind of stuff. Because the story here is like...
Yeah. So just looking forward, like aside from Mario, what would be the next biggest Nintendo IP?
Zelda.
Maybe Zelda?
Yeah, absolutely.
It would be Zelda. And then maybe like Metroid. But you absolutely could build a Nintendo.
But even Mario
universe.
Itself
has
Luigi's Mansion. You could do the whole fun horror thing.
Princess, which is sort of
Peach could have a movie.
Yeah.
What's the mushrooms guy's name?
Toad
could maybe have a movie. Yoshi could forget.
Toad was actually a standout for me. I really like Toad. I thought he was a pretty fun side character.
Fun. But logically, why? What is special about him?
He did none of the training course, yet he was able to come.
He just said, I'm going to come with you. Okay.
Did they set up for a second movie?
Yeah, the end kind of stinger is a Yoshi egg, and it cracks. Oh, it's Yoshi!
Okay. Well, that's pretty expected. Yoshi's such a popular character.
Wait, isn't Pokemon also owned by Nintendo?
No, it's actually not.
Oh.
Pokemon is a property of the Pokemon Company. They are in
right.
heavy partnership with Nintendo, obviously, but they're their own company.
Okay, that's good to know.
They're going to have a ton. They're going to make their own cinematic universe, and quite frankly, I'm probably more interested about that cinematic universe than some other cinematic.
You mean the DCEU?
All right, Rob. So, what's your final score on Mario, the Super Mario Brothers movie?
I give it a B+. It's a B+ movie.
Okay.
Hey!
We need a sound effect. It's difficult. I really enjoyed the movie.
But it's an F.
I don't think I would ever feel the need to go rewatch it again. It was super entertaining. It was one of the best, worst movies I've seen. Right? It's one of the best bad movies. It's a bad movie. It's just a bad movie if you look at it from a storytelling perspective. Why was Mario there? Why was there a pipe there? They don't explain any of it. Where was Peach from?
Yeah,
his motivation is to be with his brother.
Is this
they
movie
spent 2 minutes together at the end?
No, but is this one of those Paw Patrol movies? It's going to make a killing. It's rewatchable for kids. They want to watch it 8 times.
That's a really good example,
right?
But honestly, the latest Paw Patrol movie had better character development.
Whoa!
Did you watch the latest Paw Patrol movie?
No, I did not.
I did, because my kids are still of that age. But Chase, the police dog,
he should win it.
He had PTSD or something about going to the big city because he was abandoned there, and he had to work through that. That's a character growth and a character arc, and he, eventually, obviously...
You're basically saying, why couldn't they put a little bit more...
Something! Something! What was the growth for Mario? Rob? What was his character arc?
He can eat mushrooms.
Yeah.
Does he get bigger?
Yeah, when he eats mushrooms.
Oh, okay.
But he hates mushrooms.
Does he have the raccoon tail?
He did. Did he get the Tanuki suit at one point?
At the end.
Yeah. And then he got the cat suit as well.
Right. Those are iconic.
But again, so there's a lot of these Easter eggs. I mean, we just finished talking about Picard. This is not the way to do. This is just empty Easter eggs, just throwing references. Yeah. It was very fun, but it's we got to the area where the apes are, and the Donkey Kong is there. Seth Rogen was just Seth Rogen. He didn't even bother to do a voice.
He's a Donkey Kong.
He is Donkey Kong.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's but when we leave, we can take this magic Rainbow Road using carts for some reason.
Maybe the executives, the screenwriters were saying, you know what? The audience doesn't care.
It doesn't matter. They don't care. It's true. And they don't. And they're making it so...
Let's just add this road. Who cares?
Yeah.
If the kids will laugh.
Yeah. And they love it.
They want to rewatch this movie.
And they'll want to go buy Mario Kart 8. And so it absolutely works. But my overall final grade for the movie as a movie is a C+.
Worse than Ambulance.
Ambulance had better character, had better arcs, had better, like a 3-act structure that made sense. This doesn't make sense. It was super enjoyable. Very, from an entertainment point of view, from a just turn something on mindless to watch with your family, A+. But as a movie,
but you're not going to rewatch it again. So you're not going to turn it back on.
So no, I won't. I'll turn it back on for the kids.
The point is the kids will.
Yeah. Okay, so that's our ratings for Super Mario Brothers. Now for a 180-degree turn from fun, light, empty to bitter, angry, depressing, well-written.
Dark comedy TV show.
TV show. Yeah, that's true. We're really flipping a lot of stuff. So I didn't finish Beef. I'm about halfway. I don't really feel the need to finish it. What did you guys think of Beef?
I thought it was surprisingly better than when I saw the trailer and I saw the poster, I was like, I don't know if this is going to work.
Yeah.
And Ali Wong's known for some of the vulgar humor. Steven Yeun's a great actor.
Steven
Yeun is a great actor from Walking Dead all the way to the Nope. He's just started Nope. Mm-hmm. So I was like, he's a standout for me. But I guess it was surprisingly better. I thought it was, it dealt with themes that were... traditionally not talked about. It had a lot of Asian culture in it, and it wasn't just Korean culture; it was Chinese culture, Japanese culture. It dealt with some of the themes there, and I think overall the character arcs, the growth of the characters, and I think the humor for some reason hit for me. I had laughed out loud a few moments, so. I would say this is Ali Wong's best role yet. I don't know if she stars in anything else, but she's known for her comedy routines.
She is,
so it was for me. I really enjoyed this series, and maybe it's also because I like some of that British. No, it's not British, but darker humor.
Yeah.
That kind of dry humor. Yeah. Some of it's dry humor.
Yeah. Rob?
Yeah, for me, I actually watched it with my wife, right? So we watched it together. I did enjoy it, and it. Okay, number one, it's on Netflix, right? And it's mature themes, obviously for adults, right?
Yes.
If you are not part of the Gen X or Millennials era, it's like there's a lot of references from the 90s, I find. Yeah. Which, to me, I got them, right? Especially a lot of the music at the end credits. Those were all 90s rock, early 2000s. So that was, that part to me was very memorable.
Right.
But then at the same time, some of the humor didn't really hit with me because... And in Steve Yeun's interview, you have to like the cringe.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of cringe moments, which some worked for me, and some didn't work for me.
Right? Yeah. Right. I think that's fair.
Of the 5 episodes that I've seen, or 4 or something, I don't know. I do enjoy the dark humor. Sometimes that works really well, and I think it's very well written. I think ultimately. The themes that it deals with in terms of just bitterness and
loss,
rage and
anger.
Loss and that kind of stuff just doesn't gel with me personally too much. I didn't really connect with it too much. I don't know.
You like lighter humorous stuff.
I do, and so this was a bit of a departure. I can tell it's very well written. I think it's very well acted. I would agree that I haven't seen Ali Wong in too many things, but very enjoyable. Steve Yeun.
They hit a lot of subcultures.
Yes.
They talk about Korean American culture.
Yes.
There was Christian,
there was
Asian culture, church culture, which I mean, really, I laughed the moments.
There was class stuff,
right? Then there was a lot of serious stuff as well, trauma, abuse, kind of stuff like that. I'm not sure they, needed to cram all that in because it's a pretty simple story if you think about it. I liked how it kind of all the characters were kind of intertwined. So I like that part. And I like the format, 30 minutes, so it's not really drawn out. You can watch them quickly.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Actually, that's one of my favorite parts. I really like the church stuff that they have because again, very relatable. And I liked how when they had that basketball game.
Yeah, Word of God. I laughed at all. He was just thinking the character was quoting scripture to win.
But it was kind of funny because ultimately that was kind of his downfall. Hey, even though they're Christians. They can get so competitive that you see a different side to them, which I thought was kind of fun.
It felt like a very personal story.
Sure.
No, I don't know who wrote it. David, who wrote the Beef?
Was it David Cho?
I don't think so.
No, David Cho was the actor.
But it felt very personal, like Steve Yeun.
Yeun.
I
only know because I saw.
He said he grew up in church. right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I don't know how much input he had on those scenes, but he said he grew up in church. It's very familiar to him. He doesn't go to church no more, but stuff like that was kind of interesting.
Lee Sung-jin.
Okay.
Okay. So, final thoughts on Beef, and before you give a rating. Yeah, I mean, this is such a weird. I think it's a weird show. Like, it's not an easy show to recommend to everyone.
No, it definitely is not.
Yeah,
And
the quality is there.
I'm wondering if you're not Asian, does you know how much of it you do really
Interesting.
get or want to understand? Like it's very heavily on some of the Asian influence,
Right.
Which is fine. They're making it more accessible for people.
Yep.
But there is that.
Yeah,
there is that part of the storytelling.
Any other thoughts, Rob? Beef?
No, I mean, I think when I was watching it, and I mean, we already hit some of the spoilers, but towards the end, it gets really dark.
Oh, okay.
It gets really dark in the final 2 episodes.
Oh, so I'm kind of maybe I'll just read the Wikipedia and just be okay with it. Okay. Final score for Netflix's Beef.
I'll give it an A-.
A-. Wow.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Overall, I did enjoy it. I applaud Ali Wong.
Yeah.
I think she did a great job, and the other characters are good too. Even the supporting cast I thought was quite strong.
Yeah, the husband.
Who's in Star Trek
Who's in
Picard
Star Trek
now.
Picard, yep. Yeah.
Joseph Lee.
The mother.
Who's Nurse Ogawa in Star Trek The Next Generation.
Yep. Lots of Star Trek
So,
ties.
yeah. So, yeah, I was just waiting for Keiko O'Brien to show up.
That's true. She would have fit.
Yeah.
A-. Rob, what's your final score for Beef?
I will also give it an A- as well.
Wow.
Again, very well written.
Yeah.
And the only reason why I bring it down is because there's some of the parts just didn't work for me personally.
Yeah.
But overall, I think you'll have a good time enjoying this series.
If you're okay with kind of the heavier, darker kind of themes. Is that a correct caveat? Because again, it just didn't.
You'll be entertained, right?
Yeah, and I enjoyed the what I've seen so far. I don't feel. Oh, I really want to keep watching it.
It is again 10 episodes.
Yeah.
10 episodes long.
Yeah. Okay, those are our final thoughts on Beef with Mario. Let us know if you've seen one or both. They are very, very different. And let us know if we were wrong about anything. If you completely disagree with me, Mario was the greatest animated. Lego Movie is such a good comparison for how it could be done right. Anyway, until next episode, keep watching good movies. Lots of stuff coming out in the next 2 months.
It's summer season.
Yeah, well, even before the summer season, May and June, I think a lot of stuff is coming out. So hopefully we'll have more videos for you. We're planning to release on a schedule of every Wednesday, once a week. Check us out then.
And we do appreciate all the support anytime you watch. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Please do comment. We'd love to hear what you have to say and respond.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.